Howdy, church. Prophet Chad. I'm going to tell you a story about a bush that I got. Didn't know it was a bush at first. Didn't know if it was a tree or what it was. But I want you to pay attention because in this, I'm going to cover all the bases of the prophetic. Are you ready? Well, now, Brother Chad, I don't know. Yeah, you skeptical ones are the ones that really need to listen more than anybody else. Actually, no. Everybody needs to listen equally because there's something for everyone when it comes to when God speaks. But it's been, I guess 8-9 years ago now. I was helping a brother in the Lord, buddy of mine, move into his new house. And by his steps, he had this gnarly, rough-looking tree or bush or something. We honestly didn't know what it was. It was just rough-looking. It had all kinds of different sized branches growing out of it, and some of them had leaves on them, some of them didn't, and it was just rough-looking. Well, he was going to just cut it down, kill it, be done with it. And I said, "Won't you let me dig that thing up and take it?" He's like, "You want that thing?" I was like, "Yes." Because I remember things that my father taught me. So I trimmed it down to where it was easier to dig up. I dug it up, took it home, put it in the ground, and I let it take root. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, the branches started getting leaves on them. I still had all kinds of different sized branches. Some were like an inch or 2, 3 in diameter. Some were about the size of your pinky. And I just wanted it to get into the ground and take root. So I let it get some leaves and stuff on it. And then come the end of summer, as we was going into fall, I took that thing and I cut it all the way to the ground. Even took my axe and hatchet and chopped up the stems. So when it come out the next year, next spring, that all the growth would come out brand new. Because what had happened is this bush had not been properly trimmed. It had not been properly pruned. It had not been properly taken care of. And it was just growing every which way. And you couldn't make heads or tails of what it was because, like I said, we didn't know whether it was a tree or whether it was a bush. Turned out to be a bush. So sometimes, church, in life, you're going to be pruned. And if you've had times where you've not grown properly, if you've not been pruned properly, you could find yourself taken all the way back down to the ground to where the next season things are growing back properly. Like this bush, your growth could be all out of whack. And you've got to be pruned properly so people can see what you truly are. Because sometimes when people look at you, they're not sure what to make of you. Would you like for that to change? Then let God take you back down as far as He needs to. Even if it's all the way to the ground where nothing of you as you are now is recognizable. Because when you're properly tailored, when you're properly manicured, when you're properly tended to by the husbandman, your growth is going to be recognizable. And as you grow, people are going to be like, "Oh, I know what that is." Isn't that something we would all like to see in our lives? Don't you want people to look at you and know who and what you are? Does it really do you any good for people to look at you and say, "Hey, I'm not sure what that individual is"? Because one part of you looks this way, one part of you looks that way. So take a lesson from my bush and know that sometimes you got to be taken back down to the base so you can grow back properly, so people will know who and what you are. Yeah?
Yeah. Love you